everyone. Today I'll be showing you an absolutely bonkers TFT game I had earlier today, where I went for the 9 Heartsteel trait, which is set 10's economy trait. Essentially, you gain hearts. The more Heartsteel units, the more hearts you gain. You gain some hearts from kills, but gain a ton from losing a PvP match. Then every 4 rounds, you get a cash out, which converts your hearts to random rewards. The more hearts, the better the random rewards. Also, you gain more hearts the further you are in the match. If you don't know about Set 10's headliner system, I won't go in depth here, but basically a headliner is a 2-star champion you get offered on the right side of the shop, and they give +1 to one of their traits. To start the game, I need a Cassante with +1 to Heartsteel. You can get other Heartsteels with +1 like Aphelios, who is a 2 cost, or Set and Yon, who are 3 costs. But the sooner I can get Heartsteel enabled, the better. Ideally, you want a headliner Cassante and another Heartsteel unit before the first augment. But it's fine that I didn't. And for the augment, I passed up on Rascal's gloves to hopefully get a better augment for the Heartsteel strategy, but the game made it so I couldn't pass it up. After taking my first loss with less than ideal units, I was blessed with a fantastic shop. Now all I needed was one more Heartsteel unit. So I played my 2-star units, got an easy win, then next shop was handed a Senna, who pairs nicely with Aphelios for rapid fire, and later Echo, who will give the true damage and sentinel traits. After another easy win, I was second to last pick on Carousel, which was quite unfortunate. Because to play 9 Heartsteel, you need 2 emblems, which is made up of a spatula and a giant's belt. Also, Riot made spatulas far harder to find in Set 10. But this isn't the end of the world, as I can get them later in other carousels, or item drops from the Heartsteel rewards or PvE rounds. So after getting the first belt I'll need for the emblem, I got a fantastic shop, giving me 3 Heartsteel units, including a 3 cost. I've been grinding Heartsteel games for the past 2 days, and this may be the best early shop I've seen. Now the tough decision here is whether to play Aphelios with the Rageblade or set for Bruiser with my temporary 2-star Tam Kench. Ideally with Heartsteel you lose PvP rounds, but kill every enemy you can, to maximize the hearts you earn. So here I don't think it matters too much if I'm as strong as I can be, although I would like to save HP for later rounds. Just to satisfy my curiosity, next round I played Aphelios instead, which did break my win streak, but got me even more hearts for the loss. So I'm still not sure which the better play was, but regardless, ideally we get a Yon soon so we can start to play 5 Heartsteel, which if we started now would be very early. From Krogs, I got tons of champions which helped me make 40 gold, and a sword that I would later use for an infinity edge on Aphelios. Then with only 20% 3 cost odds, I decided to make an extremely risky play and roll down for a Yon, as if I hit early enough, I would make my lost interest back from Heartsteel rewards, as you get 2.5 times as many hearts when you play 5 Heartsteel. And luckily, we hit. Then for our next augment, we got Determined Investors, which gives you a tank item that also gives you 1 extra gold per round. A large part of the 9 Heartsteel comp is keeping Aphelios alive to farm attack speed, as well as keeping good economy to get to level 8 and get a cane as fast as possible. So I thought this augment was our best bet. After taking a 2-unit loss, which again is actually pretty good, we got both our Augment item as well as our first Heartsteel Cashout, which gave us a pair of Thieves' Gloves, a fantastic first reward for getting 5 Heartsteel as early as we did. So we slammed the gloves, won our next fight, and grabbed a Blitzcrank from Carousel, which both gave us a 4-cost Sentinel and a cloak for the chance to build an Even Shroud. I also realized I could slam the Infinity Edge on Aphelios. But then, disaster struck. At this point, my hard drive ran out of recording space. It took me a stage and a half until I realized, but do not worry. Here's a quick rundown of what happened. First from Wolves, next Carousel, and my Heartsteel cash out, I got items for a Rage Blade, a Bloodthirster, and the Crit Gloves item. Then I got the most insane possible augment. Lucky Gloves. This means now I have a Radiant Thieves gloves and 3 normal ones, all giving near-perfect items. That's basically 6 normal and 2 Radiant completed ideal items. Obviously, I went on a huge win streak. Then to top it off, I found 2 Canes in shop and a Champ duplicator from a cash out. The rest of the game was ridiculous. When I started recording again, someone was going a full 2-star legendary board. Obviously I lost to that, but I was still trying my best to hit the 9 Heartsteel before I pivoted. And there it was, the Heartsteel emblem. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. Shit. Now what? After being forced to grab a Crowd Diver emblem, I decided to swap Kiana out for Jhin, still determined to win with 9 Heartsteel. Now though, almost completely reliant on the Heartsteel cash-outs for spatulas. And after another devastating loss, I started to panic. But here comes another cash-out. With almost no space to slam items because of the Thieves' Gloves, I reforged the tank item and slammed the Infinity Force on Jhin. After rolling through the Pentakill and Mosha player, I rolled for a couple legendaries and slammed Gunblade on Jhin. Still trying my best to hold on to the 9 Heartsteel possibility, I wasn't yet ready to start substituting my Heartsteel units. But after again getting destroyed by the player with the legendary board, it was evident I had to do something fast. So I decided to roll down and grab 5 costs, mostly out of fear of the enemy 3-starring a legendary. Although in hindsight I would have sacked some more, leveled, then rolled. But with my items I was sure all I needed was some 2-star legendaries, and to prevent them from 3-starring. Then, after fighting the KDA player's ghost, I went to work, 2-starring Sona and Illaoi. But alas, the 5-cost nerd was still too strong. At Carousel, with no item space left, I grabbed the Jhin for a 2-star. Then I again went to work, grabbing all the 5 costs I could. I threw Ziggs in last second as a panic play, but luckily it was time to put the KDA player in a coffin. And with my final reserve of gold, I sold Cassante, grabbed headliner Illaoi, and played her along with her other 2-star version, slamming Thieves' Gloves on both. And now with a Bruiser emblem on my bench and nowhere to put it, my final battle against 5-cost Andy. I hope you all enjoyed this batshit crazy game of Set 10 TFT. If you did, make sure to subscribe, as well as download TFT PBE to play yourself. Stay blessed, gangsters.